2-for-1 plums.
Oh, are you talking about Eastbound and Down?
Is it Eastbound and Down?
Where he plays what's his with the blonde wig?
Yeah.
He shoots a cannon at him when he's running through the field.
My plums.
My plums.
My
My two
2-for-1 special.
2-for-1 special. Big, ripe, juicy plums.
Plums.
I can feel it. I can feel it down to my plums.
Exactly. Okay, you got it.
Yes.
All right. Sorry for interrupting, but that was needed.
That's if you're ever gonna interrupt with anything, that's what you interrupt with.
Yeah, exactly.
Deal. I got nothing for Valentine's Day.
But that's great, dude. That's a good thing. A lot of dudes come, they don't have anything. So
When is it? The 14th?
Yeah, it's the 14th. But that's a lot of people are in that situation, you know.
Right.
Yeah, so that's you're speaking for so many more people. I rewatched the first one, dude. You're so more relatable than I am.
I feel like I'm already such a great gift for her that she's not going to need anything else.
If I unwrap you with some pink heart, wrapping paper with a little bow on it,
Just the bow.
just the bow,
Just the bow on my dick.
maybe a little whipped cream somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, the nips.
Yeah.
Right, like Varsity Blue style, but
Yeah.
reverse.
I'd have
on the
an
dome.
instant boner.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I hate Valentine's Day. I'm fully against the holiday, by the way. It's the
Scam.
stupidest holiday. Yeah, it's a big old scam. By the way, what are you drinking?
I don't know what this is. She made it for me. It's probably one of your go-to
Bug?
bugs.
Yeah. Well, we'll kick this thing off with a Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson. Yeah, I'll probably have to go get another beer in the middle of this. But yeah, man. So
Right.
you need to go get another drink.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right. Good start. Good start. Oh. Always comes prepared.
Keep them nearby. Always.
Dad tip number 1. Always come prepared.
Well, yeah. Well, with a cooler at least.
Do you have a cooler down there? I was gonna do that, dude. I just didn't get it together in time.
You're slipping. But no, I don't have a cooler either.
Next time I'm gonna have a cooler.
I need a cooler like coming down from the view, and like it just has my drink right there, and then goes back up when I'm done.
Dude, invention.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to do that.
it's right by the bed.
Yeah. So man,
So what about you? Valentine's Day ideas, gifts. What are you doing?
Valentine's Day, man, the most made up scammy holiday of the year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate it. It's funny. Like, I always liked it more for like when I was a kid from my mom. I don't know, like when I didn't really think of it as much of a scam. So I always think like all my best gifts were not wasted on my mom when I was a kid, but I had some good ones. I remember this one time I walked to get, the stupid cliche box of chocolates, or whatever. But on the way home, I just like picked a bunch of flowers for my mom. And by the time I got home, because I picked like a whole bunch on the mile walk home, I had this big bouquet of flowers. It was legit. And
Nice.
I was like 8.
That's sweet. How's Lisa doing?
She's good, man. With the lockdown and everything, she's probably gonna have to pick up a second job, which sucks, And she's not in the best of health, honestly.
Shit.
But yeah, well, she's had a lifetime of like 50 years of doing nails, man. And you inhale all those fumes and those chemicals, and yeah, she actually got COPD. I don't know if you know what that is,
Chronic
it's-
obstructive pulmonary disease.
bro. Look at you. Yeah, so it's like super bad. But I mean, like they know how to manage it now, like with medicines and things like that, but it's still super dangerous. And then like with the Rona,
Right.
she's prime candidate for
Right. Underlying
Yeah.
conditions for us, Rona, no good.
yeah. But so she's got that balance of, do I go back to work because she needs to, she's a worker. She is doesn't know what to do with herself if she's not working. And so I know her, she's stubborn, man. I've been trying to get her to quit smoking my entire life, and she's just a stubborn woman. So I know she's just gonna go back to work and put her shit at risk. But
Right.
thankfully, she hasn't actually gone back to work yet, and the vaccine's coming out, so she can get one of those. I feel a lot better about the situation.
How old
But
is she now?
her birthday was 2 days ago. She's she's 62.
Oh shit, 65. You can get up to the front of the line.
Yeah, I might be wrong on her age. I know the day of the birthday, but I always forget.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, that sounds about right. I think 62.
Nice. She's still young.
Yeah, definitely. Well, my mom's always looked younger than her actual age, but dude, health, it don't matter how good you are, like genetics, if you put your body through shit in hell, one day you're looking young, the next day you wake up, you look like you're fucking 90.
Right.
Well,
Right. Right.
that's why I like that neither you or I smoke cigarettes. But I think, that's true for a lot of people our age. We kind of, our generation realizes how stupid that shit is.
Right.
For the
And
most.
even the younger, like the younger generations below us, I don't see any of them really smoke. Maybe Jules sometime, like
I was gonna say they're all vaping.
vapes.
Yeah, they're all vaping.
Right.
But Valentine's Day, man, I mean, I've always downplayed the importance of it. And really tried to drill it into Megan's head that like I don't like celebrating Valentine's Day. So
All
I
right.
always tell her every year I'm not gonna get anything. But then I always get
And then you
something.
spend like $1,000 on her.
Oh yeah. And then it's always like expensive, so it's stupid. But I realized there is a benefit, especially now, having a kid where we have so little time. Actually, Valentine's Day is a good opportunity. And I'm looking at it a little differently this year. Because we've had so little time. We haven't been going out to eat. Um, Obviously because of the pandemic, but I think we would have been going out to eat a lot less anyway because of the kid.
Absolutely.
I'm
And you
not
guys, I know her family babysits sometimes, right? If you guys need it.
Yeah, actually we just got the neighbor to come over. She's this 13-year-old girl, and she homeschools now off the computer, so she's done mid-afternoon, and so we're kind of training her up to come over because it's really great to have the grandmother come over. She's just too old though, and not really capable of chasing Atlantis around. And you, at the age Atlantis is, she's fucking moving, dude.
Yeah.
And you got to be there because like she can go and she looks great, but then she trips over something, she's gonna fall forward.
Right.
And
You gotta
there's so
catch her.
many, yeah, there's so many things. So you got to be running with her the whole time and just keeping up with her. And her grandmother, my wife's mother, is like 70 something, like right around 70. So she ain't doing that
Right.
shit.
The things I gotta look forward to.
Well, oh man, I mean, we talk about it all the time. Meg and I talk about it. We're those parents who are like, just wait till Jack gets to this age, because it's just so true. You can't help it. You can't help but say, because like, man, dude, I just like, I've been sleeping with the heating pad for the last couple of nights because my back is just toast, dude. Just
Picking
every
her
time,
up or what? Or
every
just
time
hunching
Maui
over?
comes on, yeah, every time a song comes on that we have to dance to, she comes running up to me and wants to jump in my arms, and it's over, dude. It's over.
It's over.
Yeah. So it's a phase, but it's a fun one. I just try to embrace it because I don't want to think about the day when she's not running and jumping into my arms, And so I
Yeah.
got that now.
Yeah. And they say it flies by, so enjoy it now.
Yeah. It, we're really lucky being home during this time. I think it does. Time definitely flies, but how many dads get to say that they get to spend all this time in the first 12 months, 15 months of the kid's life,
Right.
being there when they wake up, not being gone all day.
Right. I was thinking about that the other day. It'd be so terrible to be one of those, like a nurse or something, who goes to work at 5 a.m, doesn't come back till 5 p.m.
Yeah, or double shift. Yeah, they're gone for like 2 days.
Right. And then like you got to get home, make dinner, and put them to bed. Like that's all you get.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Yeah.
So
But that's the
definitely
way many people did it. Yeah, many people did it that way for a long, long time. People still doing it that way, but like they're thinking at my company doing a return back to the office. But I don't see a point, man.
Is it optional or mandatory?
Nothing's definite yet. Just they spent all this money on these brand new offices in Santa Monica, and
Right.
with the idea that we're going to combine the two parent companies together and get everybody in the same place. I got hired during the pandemic when people were already working at home. I know nothing different. So my whole argument to them is like, I can only see a way for my efficiency and work to go down because you add on an hour drive in the morning, an hour drive at night.
Right.
I get there, you get tired, and Um, it just, there's so many things I can do rolling out of bed. That's just such an advantage for working online that like I do. So I'm gonna fight it pretty hard because really, I don't want. I don't want to. I got so used to working from home. I don't want to go away from my daughter, and I just fucking like being home, dude.
Right.
So many
Like,
advantages.
like Bethany's work, she works for GoFundMe, and they're getting so much more done at home than they would in the office. Just productivity and it's just skyrocketed since being home.
Especially
But,
since
but when they open up, they're gonna make it optional whether people want to go in or not. I think go in just to get out of the house, I guess. But
yeah.
I'd rather stay home, be
Yeah, I'm
comfortable,
down to drive in like a couple days a week or once a
right,
week just to
but
like
not
show
every
my
day.
face. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what I would do too.
that's great for her though, because that's all online. That's all like a digital service. So that's run through social and
Right, she's on a computer all day anyways.
all computer work. You don't really need to be what are you gonna go in and point to the whiteboard and this is why in this quarter, just get it done in a fucking Zoom meeting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's worked out really good. They've gotten a lot more done than they had before the pandemic.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is like
Plus,
this.
there's a lot more. There's a lot more GoFundMe pages and like things getting organized. People are needing money, so everyone's making a GoFundMe page, no matter what it is.
Legit and the whole world's going online, and that's funny because it's the same with my job. I work for streaming services, and like my particular department is blown up in the pandemic because of the pandemic,
Right.
and then so it's like twofold. It's like we're booming because of the pandemic, but us as employees can also say, look, we're working from home, look how good we're doing. So it's
Right.
like, is it the pandemic or is it because we're working from home? The answer is it's both, but they
Well,
don't need to know that.
it's the pandemic because you're working from home because of that. But then,
Yeah.
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 So
So that's my hope. Yeah,
it's
that's
both.
my hope.
Anyway, back to
Valentine's Day, man.
oh
It shows how much we want to talk about. Valentine's Day sucks.
yeah,
I fucking hate.
I got nothing. I'm always last second. I'll get flowers, of course,
Yeah,
and
flowers always.
then I like it's always last second. So I'll be like, okay, we're going to dinner tonight. You choose the restaurant.
Yeah. Well,
I'll pay. You choose the restaurant.
I know that I'm not a very good cook, but I know that if I did cook, that would be a legit gift to give because she's always doing all the cooking. So it'd be nice. I'm sure if I cook something good for her, that might be the direction I go this year. Get some flowers. Her employer already got a big basket of chocolates, so I don't got to do that.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Get one of those like easy, fresh easy boxes. They send you everything you need with step-by-step directions on how to cook a
To
delicious,
cook, to
and
like
it
cook the
comes out
dinner.
amazing every time.
Yeah, have you done it?
Yeah, we just got some today, but we've had it
Good.
2 different times, and every time I fucked up a couple times because I forget to add like flour to it, and it comes out like shit. But if you just put everything out in front of you and read step-by-step directions and just don't fuck it up, it turns out and it looks bomb. It's delicious. So
Great.
highly recommended. Fresh.
Which one is it? Because I know there's a lot. Yeah, there's fresh. What is it? Go fresh or
Easy fresh or go fresh or something like that. But always good. Highly recommended.
yeah, I got to try that. My wife hasn't been good in the pandemic. She's been going shopping because she cooks for a job, and you can't rely on those Amazon shoppers. So, I mean, I ain't going shopping. I'm not gonna be the guy who goes in the supermarket. That might be the way to go with that fresh. You gotta get the actual name though, the fresh box or
Shit. I
people
think
need to know, Jack.
fresh. No, it's easy fresh.
Easy fresh.
Yeah.
All right, we'll double back on that.
Totally making that up. But
Yeah, you don't know what the fuck. You just pick two words that sound right.
it sounded good.
Probably not even close. It's probably
I'm looking it up right now.
like green box or something.
By the way, what's the Hive about?
Oh, it's like a new social media platform. Apparently, it's like Twitter and Instagram rolled into one, and TikTok rolled into one.
Really?
And these things always start off like in the private market, but I know that, by the time Facebook had gone public, it was already so big of a company.
Right. It
But-
comes out, it's already like $150 a share.
Right. But this one with Hive, it's like, it's still, I mean, I guess it's been a platform for about 3 years, but it's finally catching some steam. And just trying to figure out if there's a way to jump on that on the stock market. But I don't think there's any parent company or anything. I mean, I got to do some more digging on it and see if there's anyone behind it. Maybe invest in their company, someone funding it. But
Right.
they've done 3 rounds of fundraising to equal 3 million. So there are some partners because every round of funding they did was for $1 million. So I know that every time you take money, somebody's taking a percentage. So whoever's taking that percentage of equity would probably be on their company's probably on the stock market, but it could be anyone. It could be like an oil company. You don't know. And if they're private investors, then you'll never find out. So it's hard to say.
Right.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson. What is that? What are you drinking?
Fat Tire, bro.
Fat Tire. Ooh.
Yeah.
There you
Love
go.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's a little dark for me. I used to do the dark. I used to love IPAs. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Now
Well,
it's
this is amber ale though.
still, I'll take a Bud Light over that.
Yeah, I don't like any IPA either, but lately I've been drinking a lot of Guinness. Love me
Way
some
too
Guinness.
dark. Way too dark.
It's good. It's like chocolate milk.
Yeah, way too dark. I'll
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
stick to my seltzer for now.
But Valentine's Day.
Okay, let's get through it.
No, it's so do you all right, so for someone who has literally no plan on Valentine's Day, you think you're just gonna go right down the middle, like, fastball down the middle, get some flowers, get some chocolates,
All right.
snack on the ass, call it a day.
So, what day does it fall on?
It's the 14th. I don't know. You expect me to know what day of the week? No,
You
no. What's today? Today's
Today's Tuesday,
it's the second.
the
12
second.
more days.
So, no, 12
5
more.
days plus today is like a Saturday or Sunday.
Okay, perfect. So hopefully she'll sleep in a little. I just thought about this right now. I'll wake up, breakfast in bed. I haven't done that ever for her.
Yeah.
I haven't done that since I was a kid doing it with my mom. She used to love breakfast in bed. I mean, who doesn't?
Absolutely.
But I'll buy flowers the night before. I can't say it too loud because she's in the other room.
Right.
Flowers the night before, breakfast in bed in the morning. Probably go to the beach or like the dog beach. We'll go to Fiesta Island throughout the day, have some wine. Ooh, maybe a little picnic. I got this sweet backpack that has like dishes and silverware and wine glasses and a cutting board. It's legit. And maybe I'll grab some cheeses. And it's a picnic bag.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Pick back.
Pick back.
Got a pick back.
Pick back.
Anyways, I'll bring my pick back over to Fiesta, bring the dogs, chill out all day. And then we'll order because we're not going to go to a restaurant during the pandemic right now, but
yeah.
And we got the kid, but yeah, I think that's a good idea. And then I'll just order whatever she wants to eat. That's a solid night. Fuck yeah, I'm good.
Ordering's a good way to go because cooking sounds good on the face of it, but then you got all these dishes, and I'm a messy cooker. If you order and you do all that other stuff, it sort of takes the stress off. You got the kid there. Ordering's a good call. Actually, yeah. I gotta think about that. Ordering food might be.
That's the go-to. That's the go-to.
Do some other things.
But I got a solid day planned out now. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
You know what goes a long way, and I got to give my wife the credit for this. Megan loves getting a card. She says any holiday, any birthday, any whatever, just having a card.
And you got to handwrite it out?
Well, you get one with like a funny little 2-liner in there, and then
yeah. But does she want you to write a heartfelt?
No, doesn't matter. No, doesn't matter. Just the card.
Okay, cool.
Just like the gesture of the card, you write a little something cute in there. Usually I write like a joke, people maybe a little something.
Hit me with a joke right now. Valentine's Day joke, go.
Valentine's joke. Don't you hate sweet tarts?
Sweet tarts?
Yeah, they're neither sweet nor tart. Doesn't make any sense.
What is that, a Jerry Seinfeld
It's
joke?
like Seinfeld. Sweet tarts are neither sweet nor tart.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
What is the deal with the sweet tarts?
What is the deal?
I like it. Yeah, just write that. And you better write that.
Yeah.
Write that and then take a picture and text it to me. I want to see it.
It's neither sweet or tart.
It's true. It's a good point. Valid.
Yeah.
Valid.
Yeah.
Valid.
I'd say it's more sour, which is maybe what happens when you combine sweet and tart. I don't know. But then they're sweet and sour. So then how does that make sense?
No, doesn't.
Doesn't make any sense.
Tart. Where'd the tart go?
Right. And it's not an actual tart.
I'm gonna do some investigation on this.
Someone better call these motherfuckers out. I
I'm
mean,
gonna get to the bottom of this.
yeah. Forget
Fuck.
Valentine's Day. They can do whatever they want. We're gonna figure this out.
Right. Right. Yeah, exactly. They can do their own thing. They can make me breakfast. Wait, that's a good point. Why is it always the guy that has to do everything?
You know why? Because we're easy to please. And doing a little bit for the ladies, especially on Valentine's Day, so they can go brag to all their friends on Facebook and take pictures.
That's all it is, huh? It's the
It'll
brag.
set you up for like 2 weeks, man. Well, maybe like a week. And you'll be in their good graces for a week. Like for dudes, like you piss us off, but we're mad for 5 minutes, we move on.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
What we want are kind of different things, a little more graphic. You don't need a holiday for those things.
It's not long enough.
It's the right size though. That's what I was saying.
And color.
But the card is a good go-to. Because it's definitely a personal touch. And then whatever else you do, you got that card. And then there's the whole process of the card. It's kind of really easy. It takes some
Just
thought.
save them.
Save them.
Little like photo album. Throw them in the photo album.
They last for a while, then they make the fridge. And then they're in a box somewhere. You pull them out years later or something.
So she does keep them.
Yeah, well, maybe. I see them being kept for a time. Maybe when I'm not paying attention, they disappear. It's not like I'm coming back 5 years later and saying, remember that card I got you?
Where the fuck is it?
Yeah, where the fuck is it?
Yeah.
The thing is I have I'm like, I don't want to call it a curse, but every time I write a card, I always make one error. Like, you write in pen. And inevitably, dude, it doesn't matter if it's 1 sentence, 2 sentences, I'll like write an E wrong or something, and it always looks like a fucking third grader did it.
And then you scratch that one letter out and put it a little one right above it.
Yeah, literally that, and you have no choice but to hand it over. So it's just like.
And then anytime they write a card, I've seen her write tons of cards. It's fucking flawless.
Perfect. What do you think they're doing in school the whole time? That's all they ever did was writing little letters and notes to each other. They practiced this for years. We come along years later thinking we're clever.
They got their whole life to practice. I've never written a note in school unless like I'm faking it for the office to get out of class.
I remember one time it was in, I think it had to be fourth, maybe fifth grade, where you just started to talk to girls. Remember, you'd write that note, will you go out with me? Check yes or check no.
No, it's a yes or a maybe.
Yes or maybe. Never give them the no.
Don't give them that option.
Don't give them the dude. Remember that to teach to your kid. Teach that to Cooper.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's the first thing he's gonna know.
Never let him say
Besides Moana songs.
Yeah.
He already knows those. So guess what's next?
Yeah. Which, by the way, Moana is great, but I do have a lot of resources from YouTube of content creators that are educational, and I know that most parents, and I know you, want to limit the screen time, but what I'm going to do is, we don't have to talk about it now, I'll talk about it in another video, but I'll paste in the description to this video links to all those content creators, because I want you to check it out for Cooper, but for anyone who ever comes across this, it's just a great resource for them to go, and if they want their kids' screen time to be beneficial, they should be putting them in front of these programs rather than just music videos and crap all day. Which definitely serves a purpose. Like Moana is the go-to for us to, like, if she's crabby or she's crying, flip on Moana and instant smiles and laughter. So, those definitely like have
works, but not just all day, every day.
Right. Yeah. You just, because then they just, They think life is just one big Hawaiian Maui song, and
It should be.
yeah, yeah, you gotta teach them what's what.
That's true. That's true. No, I was at Johnny's today with him, and we were putting on some learning. What was it? Learn with Zoe or something. Something on Netflix. It was good. It's teaching them opposites, even
Yes,
though he has no idea what the fuck they're saying right now.
yeah. No, but
But
it's always good to have those types of things in front of them. Also, I found another link, and I'm going to forward that to you as well. It's a site that shows you from month 1 to 12 where your baby should be in development. Like they should be able to say like mama dada. They should be able to point to something, or and just gives you like a guide, like a step-by-step guide, just like loose basics. Like if your kid's not there, it's not a problem. It's just that they can be at that level. And a
Right.
lot of people don't know if their kid's ahead or behind. And especially for a lot of people who are at home with their kid not in school or social circles, to be able to see how they interact with other, because a lot of times you see your kids playing with other kids, and that's how you judge kind of where they're at.
right.
So you don't get that opportunity really right now. So this is a good guide, and I'll put that in the description as well, where it shows you kind of where your baby should be around through months 1 through 12.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Send it over.
Yeah.
Another thing I was thinking is how lucky we are that we have such young kids right now during the pandemic. Because if they were older and they were supposed to be in school all day and they're not,
Yeah.
I would have a hard time forcing him to sit down and learn about shit he does not want to learn about. Like if we had a kid in 5th grade or 6th grade, whatever grade it is, that'd be difficult. And I'm pretty stoked that he's 6 months old and I don't have to really worry about that. Like
Yeah.
he's
Really,
still going to be on track no matter what, because he's not learning shit really except what food is next.
yeah. Right. And it's like it's the perfect timing, like you said, like months 1 through 12, especially because they're really not going outside and getting in social circles anyway.
Right.
Yeah. No. So
Although, I mean, we're going outside and shit, but he's not like interacting with a bunch of other kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to the farmer's market the other day, man, and we've been so good. Like we've been in isolation. She hasn't been in contact with anyone.
The farmer's market.
The farmer's market.
Did you get
all
those
your-
plums?
Get your oysters and vegetables.
Plums, the 2-for-1 special plums.
2 for 1. You don't know anything about 2 for 1.
2-for-1. Have you seen that Will Ferrell one?
No.
Oh my God. I
SNL?
sent you that link.
What is it? SNL?
No, it's like a movie. Shit, he's like a car dealership or something, and it's in the outtakes. It's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen.
I think I do know what you're talking about.
2-for-1 plums.
Oh, are you talking about Eastbound and Down?
Is it Eastbound and Down?
Where he plays what's his with the blonde wig?
Yeah.
He shoots a cannon at him when he's running through the field.
My plums.
My plums.
My
My 2
2-for-1 special.
2 for 1 special. Big, ripe, juicy plums.
Plums.
I could feel it down to my plums.
Exactly. Okay, you got it.
Yes.
All right. Sorry for interrupting, but that was needed.
That's if you're ever gonna interrupt with anything, that's what you interrupt with.
Yeah, exactly.
What
were we saying? You went to the farmer's market.
Say what now? Valentine's Day.
The farmer's market.
Farmer's market. So we've been so good at keeping her isolated and with no question of COVID. Like there's never been an opportunity for us to be like, maybe we should get tested because we've never had any doubt. And we went to the farmer's market over the weekend, and they're really good about it. You wear masks and you keep your distance, and they have the line separated so you can only go in like separated from other people. But we got in there and there's all these little girls. There's like 4 or 5 little girls, maybe 6, 7 years old, probably not even. And they're all running around and having fun. And Alanis's eyes just lit up. It's like she'd never seen anything like that. She could tell it was kids in play, like she knew she was watching something she wanted to do. She's like, I want to get in there. So I put her down on the ground and she's walking pretty good, but she's like liable to go down at any time. And we're out in this like parking lot. So I don't want her to go down. And it's like crowds of people. And she's like trying to run in and get with these girls. She's not shy, man. She wants to jump right in. And they're running in circles like crazy and playing tag. And they were so great. They all saw her and they just like flocked on her. Like she was like the queen of the parade. And she's
Yeah.
walking around and they're
She's the
coming up and
kid
they're
on the
touching her
block.
head. Say what?
She's the new kid on the block.
She was the new kid on the block. She was just running the show, man. They were all the girls loved her and she was like into it and they're having such a good time. And I wanted to be like, keep your distance, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't stop it.
Oh yeah, they're not gonna listen.
I couldn't stop the interaction. And so it's the first time I was like, I was nervous, with the virus going around and everything, but I couldn't deny her that fun, man. And it was the first and only time in her 15 months of being alive she's ever had anything like that. And she just went right for it, man. And then she didn't want to leave. She was getting upset we were trying to say goodbye to the kids and she didn't want to leave. She was having too much fun.
Yeah,
So,
that's rough.
yeah, it's just it kind of like breaks your heart to know that like
Missing out a little.
missing out on that type of stuff. But I was so glad she got that, but I definitely was nervous about the contact. That doesn't make me feel good. But like, what are you going to do?
Can't guard them forever. So,
No, I mean,
question: what age do they go into like daycare and then preschool? I don't know any of that shit.
I know like first grade starts around 6 or 7 years old. So preschool is like,
But then
kindergarten-
daycare for a
kindergarten's a
couple
few
years, right?
I think daycare, I think you can be in there soon, like after one. I think.
Right. I guess some parents bring their kids to daycare after their maternity leave. They have no choice.
It's crazy. I know. And I'm glad we have that choice because I would never take that choice. I don't want to be giving my kid to
Fuck
daycare.
no.
No, especially at that young age. Like everything is so important. The younger they are, the closer you are going backwards to the birth. Like everything is so crucial. Their health, every little thing that goes in their body. Now we're really more conscious of spreading germs, and so that's a huge factor. Like the first 6 months, you have no right really to be putting your kid in daycare because they're not like they can get sick. They have no immune system. So I know for the first 6 months, you really should not be doing that.
Right.
Past 6 months, I don't really know.
I mean, I'm just curious. He's not going to daycare anytime soon, so.
No, what we're gonna do is there's like these mommy and me groups, like where they're closed down now. They do them virtually, but you're not paying $20 a pop to get on a Zoom call to like watch other kids dance. It's just not the same. But like when things reopen, you show up to like this little facility and it looks like a yoga gym or something. There's a bunch of moms with the kids. They play music and they jump around, sing songs, play games, and bang on drums and shit. And so that's good. Yeah, it's like I want that for me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know when things reopen. I don't know how we're gonna go about it. I mean, fortunately, we don't have to make those decisions right now. But eventually, we're gonna have to figure out the whole homeschooling thing. Versus going to these schools or programs. But I am a big believer. You got to get them out in some shape or fashion. If you're homeschooling them, you should still sign them up for sports or some sort of activity, anything you can do. I mean, to get that interaction. I mean, just seeing it the other day, heard those little kids, you just see how crucial it is for kids to be around other kids. I think you forget that, but it's really, really important for them to be around other kids.
Right. She doesn't even know she wants it until she sees it.
Yeah. Right. And it's not like she has brothers or sisters.
Right.
What is she supposed to do? She just hangs out with mom and dad all day.
Is there any other kids, like neighbors or?
Yeah, there's a few neighbors, but like everybody's so cautious. Like we wave hi in the parking lot. We'll stand about 6 feet apart, and then like she waves hi and everything. There's a couple little girls, they're older than her. And eventually they'll be able to play, but at the moment we haven't really been able to do much.
Right.
We go and walk our dog and they see each other, they're out playing in the parking lot, whatever.
Well, we got to get ours together soon.
Hell yeah, man. And yeah, that'll definitely, and that's the benefit of having family, especially living close by. I mean, I know you're not super close, but
a couple hours, that's it.
That's something we're gonna have to make a point of doing, because it's so funny. The pandemic has pulled everyone inside and made everything virtual, but yet I'm so down. Like if you told me we could go pack our things and we'd be able to do it without worrying about our bills or all the other things, we go down and see you guys and hang out for a weekend. Like that's all we want to do, man. That's what it's about.
Right. Well, don't worry about your bills or anything. Just pack your shit and come on down.
I try not to. Hey, I'm gonna go get another beer. Make sure your mic is on. All right. I I think we should kick it up a notch here. I don't know what we're gonna get out of Valentine's Day because Valentine's Day sucks so hard.
Well, I just told you what to do. I'm a genius.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
I like
everyone
breakfast in
should do.
bed. Breakfast in bed. Get him a card.
Flowers, breakfast in bed. Get him a card. Take him out, beach or whatever, and then order food. Boom.
Ordering
Set.
food is key. Because
That's
after
it.
that big day, you don't want to cook again.
That's the only day of the year that they get. The rest is ours.
Mm-hmm. Also, a thing that we do, which is nice, is if you lay down on the bed, foot to head, opposite directions, baby in the middle. So can't crawl off any end of the bed, and then you exchange foot rubs.
Ooh.
It's good.
I thought you were getting freaky there for a second.
Look, you can do what you want from there. You start with the foot rub. Wherever you go from there that's on you.
Ah, sounds good. I got something.
Just
No
make sure the
baby
camera's
involved.
on and
No baby involved.
nobody involved, just you.
No baby.
Oh, no baby involved. Yeah. Have you
Yeah,
had
just me. Just
Have
me.
you had sex in front of your baby?
So when he was born, we were at the UC house, and his room was that big walk-in closet. So the only thing blocking him from us was a little curtain. And sometimes it was open, sometimes it wasn't, but he didn't know what the fuck's going on.
Sometimes it was open, sometimes it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so
we-
yes.
We've been able to do it where we put her in the pack and play in those stages. Now she won't go in the pack and play. There's nowhere to put her.
Oh God. Gotta wait till she's asleep.
Yeah, but she's still sleeping in the bed.
Wait, yeah, that's right. You guys slipping. You gotta get on that.
We're working on it. After the last time we chatted, we've had our discussions, and we're going to be implementing some sort of strategy to get her into the crib.
You're gonna have to wait till she's asleep, I guess, and then put her in there.
Look, she's 15 months. I was reading on some chats. Some guys I've heard they're doing it like into the 5th year. Like, fuck that.
No, that's gonna be you.
No,
You gotta switch it up now.
I can't do it. My sleep has been so shitty.
Yeah, right. For 15 months.
Yeah, literally. I mean, all for a good cause, but let's be honest.
Yeah. I couldn't no.
Yeah. So yeah, I know that when your father first had kids, he quit drinking. And like I always think of him because your dad's one of the best dudes I know, and great father, in my opinion.
Right. Great.
And I always think of that story because I always thought that I was going to do that myself. I don't look at myself as having a problem with alcohol. I don't, but I definitely I grew up in a family with alcoholics, so I know how it can rip a family apart. Do you feel like you're going to want to quit drinking, or do you feel like you have a good enough relationship? I hate this, but relationship with alcohol to where you're going to be able to balance that out and it's not going to interfere?
So I thoroughly enjoy beer every now and then, wine, whatever it may be. But my dad had a bad problem with it. So he was the type where if he had one beer, it doesn't matter if it's 10 in the morning, he is drinking all day and he'll close the bars down like that night.
Yeah.
So he had he was an alcoholic for sure. Like no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I can have a couple drinks and then stop and then carry on with my day.
Yeah.
But so no, I don't see me like I don't see me stopping because I don't see it as a problem.
Yeah.
If it ever got bad, like and I was doing that, if it was ever to a point where I'm choosing to go out drinking over taking care of Cooper, then that's a problem.
Right, but you couldn't even see yourself doing that.
No.
Yeah, I couldn't see myself doing that either, and it's crazy to think that there are actually people out there like that.
I saw a video the other day of some guy. It was on TV because it was so bad. It was on like craziest videos, but this guy dropped his daughter. She was like 6, off at the school on Sunday night because he wanted to go party with his friends, and he left her with a backpack and a blanket and just left her there. And I'm just like, holy shit. You got to be the biggest piece of shit in the world to do something like that.
I just got angry. Like that just made me angry.
Right. No, the video was really sad. She's just sitting there crying. It's like
I mean, I
on the
bet she
school camera.
didn't sleep at all.
So a security guard who was there found her a few hours later just sitting there crying and called the cops. The guy got arrested, thank God. Probably lost custody, hopefully. But yeah, I had the same reaction. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? There's a lot of piece of shits out there, and he was one of them.
Yeah, and and I think that's exactly why you and I are here right now talking, is because like there are a lot of shitty fucking dads. There's a lot of shitty parents, a lot of shitty mothers too. But
Right.
I think for the longest time, like the dad's role was minimalized, and like so that's the extreme bad, right? Like fuck that guy. Like he shouldn't be having kids. I feel so bad
Very
for that
extreme.
fucking kid.
Right.
But for so long, like the role of the father was like go out, make money, come home, discipline the kid. And like, somewhere along the way we realized that you could be the fun dad. You could as yourself dad enjoy having a kid. And like I think we both enjoy having our kid. I could never picture doing like I can't get my brain to the place where I could do something like that to my kid.
Absolutely not. It's too fun. It's
Yeah.
like I like hanging out with him. When he's napping sometimes, I'm like, wake the fuck up. I want to play.
Yeah.
And like I was making him giggle the other day. He's starting to that deep belly giggle.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I feel that's what I've been waiting for.
I can get her like that a little bit, giving her raspberries and stuff, but she'll only really, really laugh when the dog does something. When he gets
Yeah,
a
but
toy, he starts
it
whipping
doesn't
it
matter
out.
what is making her laugh. It's just that laugh. If you can hear that, then you're happy.
Oh, it's great. It's pure. Nothing better.
A little kid's laugh will always make me laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll brighten anyone's day.
Dude, fuck that guy that left his fucking kid, and it was a girl.
Little girl, like 6 years old.
See, I don't know if it's me having a girl. I think this is instinctual for all fathers, but like, uh, I'm so protective of this girl, and all I can think about is like I gotta get in shape. I'm probably gonna have to buy a gun. Like I'm thinking in those ways, like now more than ever, like of just protecting this girl, and like maybe it's because I have a girl. Maybe what's going on, Bethany over there?
Yes. You want a phone charger, babe? I think I got to give her a phone charger.
Yeah, I just can't relate to that guy, and he like I don't understand. I mean, that's got to be a lot of alcohol influence. Like that guy's not got his head screwed on right. He probably never wanted
There has
this
to be like drugs or something, because to fuel something like that, there's no way that anyone in the right mind is going to do something like that.
Yeah, because my radar is up for my girl all the time. Like having a daughter, like I was gonna say, is like I don't know if it's different than a boy because I don't know any different. I only have a daughter, but I just think about this little girl in the world, and I'm just like ready to throw down every time we step outside the house. But it's not in like a vain ego way like it always used to be. Like I used to have that mentality anyway because I had a hard on for shit. Your ego, like you're younger and you just want to go out and like you think you're all tough. And now it's not even that. It's more like I don't think I'm tough. It's more like I'm worried I won't be able to handle it. But I have to. Now I have to. So I really better be serious about this shit. So it's just
Like
totally
a whole
different game.
switch that you turn on.
Yeah, it's weird, man. And it's like it's there and there's no denying it. And it's like that's where I think that's dad strength right there. Like it kicks in. It's like you got this thing in you and it's like dormant. And it's real, man. You have a kid and all of a sudden it's like shit just got real,
Right.
And you better be ready.
Right. And I think that only grows.
Yeah. Do you have a gun?
I don't.
I'm thinking about getting it, and I hate guns, but I'm thinking about getting one. Only guns I got are these, baby. And they're not registered.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting one. I mean, living in PB now, you never know what's gonna fucking happen.
LA's going to shit, man. It's the apocalypse up here.
Right.
I definitely need a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Because crazy times, people are fucking desperate.
I want a gun for like the crazies out there, like people, anyone kind of like breaking and entering and coming treading on my ground, whatever. And just for protection. But I would tell you that if the zombie apocalypse happens, my weapon of choice would not be a gun, because that's no fun. If there's a bunch of zombies out there, I'm going with a samurai sword.
I knew you were gonna say samurai sword. I knew.
But I mean, What are you gonna
fucking
do?
knew it.
Baseball bat?
Yeah, but with spikes on it.
You can't move fast because then the spikes get stuck. You gotta.
No. I thought about this 1/2-inch spikes.
Oh, okay. There you go. Like NFL players put on the different level cleats for the field or the turf.
Exactly. I'm not
You know,
talking about
it's
4-inch
zombie
spikes. I'm just talking about little spikes to really just make them ugly.
Well, they're zombies. They're already ugly.
Yeah, uglier.
See, I want numbers. I want to kill the most as I possibly can. I want efficiency. You can just get a nice sharp samurai knife, man, and you just start slicing through them. That's the way
Right.
to go.
That'd be kind of fun.
Zombie apocalypse. I think it'd be a
Yeah,
great.
as long as they're not like the fast ones.
Right,
Those
like
ones
World
are
War Z.
scary. I like the old school movie zombies where they just walk.
No, see, starts off with the walk, right? Gets you warmed up, level 1,
Okay.
and then they get a little faster and faster as you get through the levels.
Okay. Shit.
Because you're gonna get used to that speed, and you're gonna start getting bored. You're like, oh, another, ugh,
Right.
So you need to step it up level by level.
Interesting.
Yeah, because
I
you want
think
a little, you want it to get a little exciting.
Well,
You
you
know?
got to be on the verge of death at all times.
Yes, on the verge of death at all times, or there's a bunch of slow ones around, and there's always that fast one lurking around the corner. And all of a sudden, it comes at you.
Okay.
And you gotta react.
I like what you're talking about. So you can have fun over here,
Yes.
slicing and dicing zombs,
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden, over here, someone's coming at you like a bullet. And you got to neutralize the situation.
right. Then you feel really good about that one, and then you can go back to crushing.
Exactly.
Yes. But see, with a gun, it's no fun. The gun.
No.
What are you doing with a gun in a zombie apocalypse? What's
So
the
if you have one celebrity to help fight the zombies with you, who is it?
I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say Bill Murray because of the movie. But no, if I had one celebrity, bro,
Yeah.
we've already
Dead or
named
alive.
him. We've already
Dead or
named
alive.
him on this show, and I think you know who it would be.
Dwayne
Dwayne
Johnson.
Johnson.
I can't wait to meet that guy. We're totally gonna meet that guy.
He kills zombies by lifting them up by the head and just smashing them together like that.
Yeah, that'd be rad.
This is a very adult podcast, and we get into serious topics around here.
We are.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson's smashing zombie heads with his hands. It's pretty fucking awesome.
But for the record, zombie apocalypse, I'm going with a samurai sword. And maybe a machete on the side in case something happens to my samurai sword.
So you're only slicing.
Bro, come on.
What about like, I'm not trying to like prolong this topic, but
Why not?
I'm thinking maybe flamethrower. Like, is that gonna hurt a zombie?
Flamethrower would be cool, but like to really like fully get the most out of it, you need like a pack of them running at you, or just like a pack of them standing there.
And is that even gonna hurt them, or are they just gonna run at you now on fire?
I think if you burn something, it's dead. They'll probably live on until the body stops functioning.
Well, they're already dead technically. So is fire really gonna even do anything?
I think eventually their body will just turn into ash and they won't be able to do much. But yeah, I think that's
Okay. All right. So I'll go grenade launcher.
Yeah.
That'll
There
be
you
fun.
go. Good. When you find a grenade launcher, though, just make it 2. Make sure I get one of those.
Oh yeah, you'll be with me.
Before we go, because I think we're gonna wrap it up soon. But
What? We got some more topics, yeah?
baby sign language, I was gonna talk about because we touched on it last time, but I wanted to go into it a little more because I don't think I have a particular opinion about it that I think a lot of guys will actually end up being able to relate to, because on the surface of it, when you talk about it, it sounds like this thing that's kind of it's easy to say no to because you think it's this big complex thing. You think you're learning a whole new language, but it's just definitely not like that. The way I started was I picked 5 and I just went with the most basic, and I started with 1. I knew what 5 were, but I didn't start doing all 5 in front of her like you just did. I did the changing time, and then you move up from there, and there's eat, there's bath time, and see, like I've already forgot them, so you don't need to know. Like I forget them once we don't use them anymore. Like I forget them. And I
Right.
think a lot of people don't even want to approach the subject because they think they won't need it, or it's too much. Like they're not going to learn a whole language, but it's not even like that. You only have to learn a couple. things, but it's so beneficial because you can talk to your baby at a time where they're not able to communicate. And so I'm just trying to like push you in that direction to see if you're going to be able to start it because I'd love to see how it works for you.
Yeah. Honestly, we plan to. We have a baby sign language book, and we haven't even fucking opened it. But
That's my point. You don't even need to like the book. Great, keep the book, but you don't need a book. See, the book is daunting. You think you have to read the book cover to cover, and so you get this big book, and it's like, okay, you put it off because it's this monumental thing. You know what I did? I looked it up, and I just looked up the first 5 baby sign language signs that you should teach them, and I went with that. I virtually never got off of those first 5. I used those first 5, and they were enough. And then when I needed another one, I just added that in. But then by that time, I didn't need the first one. So it was like you don't need books. You don't
so
need
why are you stopping some? Like what?
because
She
okay,
can't
for
talk yet,
instance,
so why aren't you sticking with those?
well, for instance, she knows eat, but she can kind of say it now. So she goes eat, 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 but she doesn't need it anymore. You know, it just becomes obsolete. You don't need the sign language.
Is she
I don't need
saying
her to
words
know
now?
sign.
She's saying words. She's saying dad, dada.
Says Dada, Mama. She says she knows all her animals, all her colors, all her shapes.
What? Holy shit.
I'm telling you, and it starts the sign language, dude. It's just you have to make it approachable. I think a lot of people think these things are impossible to do or really hard. And that's what I'm trying to say is it's not hard. I didn't do this big elaborate thing. I looked up 5 signs. I used one for 4 months. I used changing time for 4 months with no other signs.
Right.
And then once she got that, then I threw in another one. Then I threw in another one. And then now I don't really need to use them much. She does the bath time, but she says bath time now. I don't need it anymore.
Crazy. Wow.
Yeah. So that's the thing I wanted to get through to you and to people that say you don't need the book, you don't need all this, just start now because they understand it. Even if they can't even sign it,
Right.
they understand it and it puts them at ease. So I put her down on the changing table and I go changing time. And changing time, just saying that they hear the changing time, it's the ch and the t. They hear that pattern, and then their baby will start going like this, and that'll mean they're never going to get the sign perfect.
Right.
And then they'll do that, and then you just build on that, and then build on the next, and then build on the next. But you don't need a whole book. You don't need to learn the whole language to then give it to your baby. You just do one, they get that one, then you go to the next one, they do that one, and then before you know it, they don't even need the sign language anymore. They're saying enough of the word that you understand them.
Right.
And it's been the best thing because she hardly ever cries, and if she does, we know what it is, and she tells us immediately what she wants. She can say banana when she wants a banana. She can say apple. She can say orange. She can say milk. She can say water. She doesn't say it perfectly like that, but she says it in a way we know what she's saying.
Right.
And I can't say it enough. I just for anyone out there listening, for you, it's not something that you have to be like afraid of or intimidated by. It's literally starting with one, and then just kind of building on that, and then before you know it, you'll have 10 in your pocket, and then you won't even need them anymore.
So when she was around 6 months, how long did it take for her to catch on to a single sign?
I started before 6 months with the
I
sign,
know, but
and I think around 6 months she started to get it. She was able to start going like this. She would go like this and just hold her, and she would go like this with her hands.
gotcha.
This also
How
means
long would it take for her to catch on to a new sign?
to a new sign? Not long, like maybe a week, 2 weeks.
Cool. So I'm gonna start tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning I'll start with changing time or eat. I'll probably do eat.
You can do both. Two's fine.
Yeah,
It's
and
two
then
uniquely different situations.
and then we'll check back in 2 weeks and see the progress.
So you really got to drill it home though. When you say eat, you go eat, and I repeat it like 5 times. Eat, 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 and then you give it. That's the basic one that everyone tells you to start with is more. So you eat, and then now I see I can't even remember more. What is more? See, I can't. We don't even need anymore because she says more.
Yeah.
Shoot, see, I don't even remember more, but we used it all the time. It was more, more, more.
Yeah.
And, but eat anyway. So, yeah, that's more or more. This is more.
Oh,
You
okay.
go
Eat more.
Eat. You go eat. Give them a snack,
More.
and you go more, more. And if they go like this and they go more, then you give them more. And then when they don't do it anymore, you go all done.
Ah, it's coming back, huh?
Yeah, and so then you just do that. So all done and all gone. But like you don't even need like all gone almost never comes into play. All done does because all done with your bath, all done with changing time. So all done is great. And it tells them to stop. So
Yeah.
I just say start
Gotcha.
with the one, drill it in, and I'm telling you, dude, it's gonna open up everything. It's gonna make your life with your baby so much easier. And it's
Gotcha.
not hard to do. It's not hard to
Right.
do. And it's a fun thing. I'm not this crazy. I'm a slob. My place is dirty. I'm not an organized person. I'm not one of those people who these things come easy to. So for me to be saying this, it has to be easy because I'm not the type of person where I've been able to stick to routines for a long period of time. Like I'm kind of fly by the seat of my pants type of guy. So when it comes to these things, but that I can't say it enough. It's so beneficial.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson. Well, let's hit it up. Let's hit another topic. You got me here. Let's do it.
Yeah, yeah. What are you thinking? I hear my baby screaming in the background, so probably be the last one. But
Okay. Well, I mean, if you got to go. Hey. Hey. I don't have anything. I was just saying we're here. Might as well.
oh yeah,
Okay.
totally. All right,
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson.
I
By
got
the
one.
way, when you're talking about doctors, we were really sketched out by the vaccines, and I don't know how to feel about it. I'm not educated enough on vaccines to know whether all the hype about them being bad is warranted, and I don't know. I know there's a benefit. Obviously, vaccines came around for a good reason. My whole take on it is I don't want to overload my baby and have her go into vaccine shock, which may or may not be a thing, but it seems kind of common sense. Why give your baby 6 shots when you can give them 2? Spread it out.
Spread it out, and that's
Yeah.
what we're doing too. Like you said, vaccines are around for a reason, and I mean, me and you are vaccinated, right? We're fine.
Yeah.
For the most part.
That we
And
know of. Government could be controlling us, bro.
that's fine. If they want to chip me and figure out what I'm doing all day, then good for them.
Yeah.
But like you said, spread it out. I don't think there should be a problem. I'm not a fucking doctor, so I don't know, but I mean, Cooper's getting vaccinated. He's going in. He was going in every 2 months. Then now it's like, I think he doesn't go back in until 9 months.
Right.
And
For
then
12 months, something like that.
yeah, so they're spreading it out. They know what they're doing. I'm going to trust a lot of doctors and a lot of people that have their own YouTube channel saying how vaccines are bad. And I got my first round of the coronavirus vaccine already.
You did. Okay.
I just got it like last week, and then I'm going back in 2 weeks to get my final shot. I mean,
Nice.
it's there, right? I'm more scared of the virus than I am of the vaccine, so
Yeah.
I don't see much difference for. I mean, vaccines help. Otherwise, polio and all that shit would still be a problem.
Yeah, no joke. And that's how I feel about it. I just really feel bad about all those chemicals going in at once. And I don't like the metals. I know I'm big at not having metal in your body, but if that's what needed, if that's what's needed to get the vaccines into the body and that's how they make them, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist. I don't know. I don't like it, but what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna argue.
Right. And I'm
But
definitely not going to be one of those parents that are anti-vaxxers and then have my kid be fucked up in the future
yeah,
for not getting the vaccine.
right.
And just like any other vaccine, there's a small risk. You
Yeah.
know, it doesn't always go as accordingly. It doesn't always go follow the plan, but it's a risk that I think everyone should take. And it's so far it's working out.
Yeah, and I think that small risk that you talk about, it's always there. You read it on the paperwork, they talk about it. When you're a parent of a kid at that age, that small risk looks huge to you. So you're going to
Absolutely.
amplify that,
Right.
And so you are projecting a lot of things into that very small risk that makes it seem a lot worse, and you're really sensitive, and then your baby cries because of the shot. So it's already a
Oh my
negative
God.
experience and horrifying. I mean, it's awful. Awful.
So speaking of the shot or multiple shots, are
Yeah.
you in the room?
Yeah, I'm holding her.
Yeah, me too. I gotta hold his arms down, and it's the worst. It's the saddest, like loudest cry they've ever done.
Here, it's like pure, just
and
They
then
do not like it.
it's one of those screams where they get quiet for like 5 or 6 seconds because it's just building up and building up and
Yeah.
building up,
And there's-
and then they just let it out.
Hmm.
And then as a parent, you're just like, no, why can't I take that instead? Like for them.
I hate that whole experience, and I think that's another thing that parents have against it. It's just a really bad experience.
It's terrible. So at our place right now, because of the pandemic, only one parent is allowed in the doctor's office. And
What?
if yeah, and if there it's if the if Cooper's getting shots that day, Bethany's like, I'll wait in the car. I'm not going in. I can't deal with it. So she makes me go in there. I gotta deal with it. And
Damn,
it's
daddy's
the
doing it.
worst. It's the worst. You just want to take all that pain away, and you can't. Nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do. No, I hate it. There's nothing good about it, and you're right. And the other thing that's been fucking with my head with the vaccines is every time she's gone in for them, she's come out and her whole entire sleep cycle changes.
Yes.
The first time she was taking 2 naps a day, then she went in for those like it was the I think it was the 9 month shots. She went down to one. All of a sudden, within that week, her whole like everything was different. You could tell the chemicals were doing something, and I did not like that. That makes you really question it. You know it's good, but why is it messing with their sleep cycle? That's something that I love to research if they have any evidence of it, because it happened again where her whole sleep cycle got jacked up from this last round that she did. But a neighbor of mine who's a nurse, she handed over to me this paperwork from a doctor that recommends a scheduling out of vaccines. And it got to us a little late, so we're now starting to follow it, but it's a little late in the game. But I'll post a link to that too, as well, down in the description of that vaccination plan to spread them out for anyone who's concerned about putting too many shots into one, which I definitely think is a real concern. I mean, if you have the option to spread them out, spread them out.
Why
Just
not? Why not?
why not? So I think that's a big thing. I still feel like really bad about it. Like you said, it's a miserable experience, but at the end of the day, you got to do it.
Right.
You got to do it.
Otherwise, if worst case scenario happened because you didn't,
Now what? Yeah,
there's no turning back from that.
yeah,
You fucked up.
yeah.
And I'm
So I
not
would
gonna
just
take
say
evidence.
have a plan. Like be solid. Either if you have a good relationship with your doctor, like be on the same page with your doctor about this, because I wasn't, and I went in with an idea of what I wanted from the vaccines, but I didn't know enough. And so the doctor started recommending things, and you get in that room and then you kind of just start trusting everything. It's something about being in that room. You sort of just say yes to everything, and you kind of drop your guard in a way, because like you're kind of like giving all the responsibility to the doctor because they know what they're talking about, or
Their
they
job.
should.
Yeah.
But I would just say, like, if you don't want to have regrets after the fact, like try to get like just be honest with your doctor and tell them your concerns. That's why the link that I'm going to post, I think, is important, because having a clear plan of how you want to spread them out is going to help you. Because I didn't. I gave in. I went in there thinking I knew what I wanted, and before I knew it, she was taking 4 shots, and I didn't like it. And after, I was like, damn it, why the fuck didn't I say something? I was like, I knew what I wanted, but I got in there, and she was like, no, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I'm a doctor, basically. And so I went along with it, and I'm sure everything was fine. But inside, I'm like, damn, I didn't control that situation as the father like I wanted to.
Right.
And so if I have to do it again, that's definitely going to go in with the knowledge, and just being, before any shot is administered, being on the same page with your doctor. That, because the last thing you want to do is walk out of that doctor's office thinking like you didn't say or voice the concerns that you wanted to.
Correct.
That happened to me. I'm still pissed at myself for it.
I mean, she's healthy. She's fine.
She is, thank God. Like, I'm so happy how healthy she is. And another thing is we're taking some vitamin D supplements, because that helps fight with corona. And also she's not getting outside enough. I think Cooper probably
Right.
gets enough sun though.
Last couple days, but not really. Like we've been inside a lot. We just moved to this place about a month and a half ago. It's been
Yes.
shitty weather.
Yeah.
I mean, San Diego, like it's even if it's a little sunny, it's still chilly, and you're not trying to hang out outside.
Yeah, I get that.
But
Today was beautiful. We went outside for a little walk today in the sun.
today we went to Fiesta Island. He was loving it.
Yeah. But you
But,
might want to look into those vitamin D shots. I mean, ask your doctor if he's deficient. But for us, she was a little deficient in that, and iron, because Megan's anemic. So we do some iron and do vitamin D like this liquid vial, looks like a CBD thing, and you put it in their bottle. But she only breastfeeds, so we got to kind of just put it sublingually, just right into her mouth. So that's a process, but you got to do it. You got to do it. So,
Right.
yeah, that's
Much
another.
easier for us. We'll just throw it in the bottle.
Yeah. Yeah. That's, you think that you're not getting all the benefits because it's not breastfeeding, but there are also benefits to bottle feeding too. You can put those vitamins in the bottle, because if we try to put it in her water, she tastes it. And she
Right.
won't drink the water. So.
And the thing is, we saved a lot of breast milk and put it in the freezer, and we tried to slowly introduce it back into his bottle, but I think we tried twice, and he just
Yeah,
hated it.
it's tough to do that.
Hated it.
Well, because once their gut gets used to something, once you
Yeah,
switch, it's like
exactly.
shock to the system, man. It's like a lactose intolerant person eating cheese or something.
Right. That's exactly how I felt
Yeah.
for him. Like, it was just no good, and we're just like, fuck this. We're throwing away the breast milk. We're sticking to formula.
Look, I'd say even more reason to do the sign language and stuff, because they say babies who breastfeed like have an advantage with their brain growth. So you better do everything you can to like make up for that,
Right.
in my opinion. So
Right.
that communication is like the first thing. Is like, if you can communicate with your baby, that's how they fucking learn, man.
Yeah.
So I just say even more important. I'm not a professional. That's just how I feel about it, common sense wise.
Correct.
We're almost done. Like literally, we're almost done. This is being recorded. We're almost done. All right, we're gonna wrap this up.
Gotcha.
Someone's impatient.
No, someone needs to go to bed.
Yeah.
Sorry, Megan.
Anyway, I think we got enough anyway.
I think that was good.
I think we're gonna edit that out though, obviously.
Nah, keep it in.
Keep it in.
Put that in the Valentine's Day special episode.
Yeah. What am I getting my one? Nothing.
Yeah.
All right, man. No, I'm glad we did this little impromptu one. We'll try to get back at it later this week. If we don't,
Right.
whatever, we'll do it next week. But
Right. I can't Thursday, so maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday.
yeah, I'm down. Whatever.
Friday
Like,
might be better.
Friday probably is better for everybody, but we can talk about it.
Cool, but I mean, it's just hard getting me in the seat. Once I'm in the seat, I want to keep going, So
I feel you, but I got
No.
chain on me.
It's the old ball and chain. It's all good. What's the call that we're doing to end it?
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. This has been another edition of the BadAss.
Ass.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I thought you were fucking doing it right there.
No, we're gonna do it like here. All right, thanks for tuning in, everybody. That's been another edition of the
Ass
BadAssDads
cast.
Yes. All right. Go take care of your little ones. See you later. Love you, cuz.
Love you.